Welcome back, everybody. Today I want to talk about which motorcycle do you buy. If you're an avid adventurist, I get this asked a lot of times. So some people, and it doesn't matter what you buy. Any adventure bike, you have to know an adventure bike does exactly what it's being built for. Your 990, your Africa Twin, XT 1200 Super 10, your GSs, all of them are either V twins, inline twins, or boxer twins. So your 640, 690 KTM single cylinders, BMW 650 GS, the Dakars, smaller bikes. There's a fine line of weight and open road. So a lot of times you'll have people. Remember, in South Africa we have long stretches of road. So most people cruise. I know the 990 is happy on about 150 on the open road. It sounds stupid, but it really is. But they pack a punch of weight. I mean, they're not light bikes. So there is a fine line that you draw between going up mountains. Yes, you can use a KTM 640, 690, XT 660s, XR 600, old 500. Those are light bikes in the region of 130, 150 kgs. The Africa Twin, the old one, comes in at about 220. Fuel tank comes in about 250. If you add a rider, you're going to 300 kgs. Your 1200s, same story. You go up to 350, 400, depending on the rider. And it almost becomes a half a ton of a bike. They become big. But having said that, whatever you want to go and buy, you will never be able to buy a small capacity bike. Yes, they can do long stretches, but they'll do it at 120, 130. And when you're doing 130 or so, you're really killing the motor on the top end of it. The bigger bikes, in a V twin, old Africa Twin, I do 140, 150 on the open road all day long, as long as you keep the oil level up. Same with the 990, same with the GS. There's so many new bikes in the market now, especially in the 750, 850 cc range, that the adventure market was very quiet for obviously years way back. When the Africa Twin came out, it was ahead of its time. People only caught on to it later. But decide on what you want to do with the bike. If you want to do open road, in my opinion, your shed should have at least 3 bikes. A single cylinder scrambler for your real bush adventures, a nice 2-cylinder V-twin, boxer, inline twin, doesn't matter, have your pick, and then obviously some type of a road bike, or if you're a Harley Davidson fan, you'll buy a cruiser. But very important, remember what you want to do with a motorcycle. If it's for commuting only, get something that's light on fuel. The NC 750s that came out, NC 700s are now coming in cheaper, very light on fuel. We've seen about 30 k's a litre if you really ride it decently and not like a hooligan. But as I said, single cylinders, light, yes, but open road, it's a killer for them. A friend of ours had the GS 650 Dakar, and he wasn't able to kill it, ever. I think he gave it to his son eventually, and he bought a new Africa Twin. Also, in a different class now, bulkier bikes, heavier. But then again, what is adventure riding? Most people these days do adventure riding on the dirt roads, and not really too many river crossings and things. Buy a bike that is has a good reputation, not falling apart, inexpensive to maintain, If you can do it yourself, the better. Before buying any bike, have a look at the history. Do a quick search on Google. What do the forums say? What are the common problems on these motorcycles? Is the bike that you're buying secondhand maybe a lemon? Is somebody trying to get rid of it? If you haven't got the knowledge, take somebody with you that has mechanical knowledge. Review the motorcycle properly before you go and buy it. Small telltale signs. If I remember, let's go back onto the Africa Twin. I was in a conversation one day with a person, and they were offered a motorcycle that had only 13,000 kilometers on it. So it was being sold as a brand new bike, but if you had a look at the tank, especially on that Africa Twin, on the top you had a look at your bolts, have a look at your bolts on the engines. If they've been opened up and closed numerous times, the screwdriver marks are there. And if it's got only 13,000 Ks on it, your air filter would have been out twice on the bike. So it's not 13,000, it's most probably 113,000 Ks on it. So be careful what you buy. As I said, review, have a look online. People have a lot of knowledge on the forums. They can help you out. But if you want to buy a bike and it's light, it's going to most probably be a single cylinder. Yes, you can do long stretches of road, but you're going to be doing it about 110, 120. Bigger bikes, V-twins, inline twins, they can handle the open road. Buy something that you can maintain yourself. Review it extensively. Have a look at it and make a decision based on that. Buying a motorcycle, if it's a bargain buy, there's most probably hidden costs there, that either the person's getting rid of it and you're going to pick up the tab. So what I usually do is I would spend, for instance, 10,000 Rand more on a motorcycle that is in a cleaner condition, has extensive history on services, and don't do impulse buying. It's going to bite you in the end of the day. Motorcycle parts are not cheap. Tires are not the cheapest. We all know that. But buying the correct tire as well for the application that you do is very important. We'll chat a bit more on those tires. And yeah, happy riding. Make sure you buy the right bike. Do the correct maintenance. Review your bike and see what types of oil you use, plugs. Take care of it and it'll take care of you. Okay. But more on the next episode. Bye bye.